Do you believe that pets grieve when another pet dies? Hi, I'm Charlotte, and I have a 2-year-old golden retriever, and we've recently lost my 11-year-old senior foxhound. You asked for a video about how my golden retriever grieved after we lost my senior dog, and let me tell you, she absolutely did grieve. Ginsburg and I definitely miss him a lot. We lost him a little over 3 months ago, and we've been adjusting. He essentially died of old age, and I did not want him to suffer, so I did choose to put him down when I could tell that his quality of life was not very good anymore, and the vet made clear there was not a whole lot he could do. I had decided to have Starsky put down at the vet because I thought that was the best option for him and he would be the most relaxed in that situation. And I could focus just on Starsky without Ginsburg being distracting or getting in the way or freaking out. It was really important to me that his last moments be just the two of us. At first, when I got home from the vet, when I put Starsky down, it didn't seem like she was grieving at all. She still had these crazy zoomies and was super excited that I got home. Hey, do you smell your brother? Or are you just being Ginsy to cheer me up? I had thought that she would smell Starsky on me and know what happened, but she didn't seem to smell him and didn't seem to know exactly what had happened. Maybe she sensed something had happened. I got the sense that she didn't really understand. And the next day I realized she was having a lot of trouble settling down. She's normally really good at just being chill in the house. You know, she will lay on the couch and just be totally chill and settled. And ever since Starsky died, and especially the first couple of days, she had a lot of trouble relaxing. She just could not relax without her brother around. I also noticed for about a week, she was not asking me to play with her. Normally, she is just a super player. She wants to play tug all the time. And since we've sort of figured out our new normal, she is asking to play tug all of the time. But for about a week after Starsky died, she really didn't ask me to play, and that is definitely how I knew she was grieving, because she would have been asking me to play. When she did ask me to play, she was really only interested in 2 toys. The first one was the toy that came home with her from her breeder. It is the IKEA Golden Retriever, and it's totally torn up now. But she only really wanted to play with that. And she only wanted to play with a new toy, her lamb chop, that a friend had gotten her when Starsky died. Ginsburg is happy to rotate through all of her toys, so this was definitely out of character for her. When she did ask to play, she only wanted to play with those 2 toys, and she would drag them to her bed or pull them up onto the couch with her, and she would snuggle with them. And that definitely indicated to me that those toys were a source of comfort for her. She also snuggled a lot with the blanket that Starsky died on. I had left it at the vet because they washed it because he had gotten some blood from his paw on the blanket. So they washed it for us, and I picked it up a couple days later, and it definitely still smelled like Starsky, even though it had been washed. Hound hair sticks to everything. Any hound owners know that it's impossible to get rid of hound hair. So there was plenty of Starsky's hair still in there, and she was very attached to that blanket for probably at least 2 weeks. So I can definitely tell she was seeking out Starsky's scent. One of the things she did that was very out of character for her was about 3 days after Starsky died, there was a clump of his hair on the floor that I hadn't vacuumed up yet. I woke up in the middle of the night and Ginsburg was not on my bed, and she was not where she normally is on the floor. She was laying on top of that clump of hair, I think seeking out his scent because she missed her brother. She would never sleep in that corner. Hasn't done it again. It's not somewhere she would normally sleep. So it was definitely abnormal behavior, and I think it's a sign that she missed Starsky and she was looking for her scent as a comfort. She loves her brother and she misses him. Animals can grieve for varying lengths of time. It's a very individual process, just like it is with humans. Ginsburg actively grieved for about 2 weeks, I would say. She's still a little different, but I think some of that is just she's figuring out our new normal. I'm still figuring out our new normal without Starsky and with it just being me and Ginsburg. And so she's not really actively grieving anymore, but she still behaves differently because everything's changed. So it's just a really individual process, and Ginsburg definitely went through it. I went through the throes of it. Originally, I'm definitely starting to feel better. You really start to feel better from grieving. After about 3 months, you start sort of adjusting, is what my therapist says. I'm definitely feeling better. Ginsburg is definitely feeling better. So that's how Ginsburg grieved after we lost Starsky, and it was definitely interesting to see how many similarities there are between grief in humans and in dogs. Have you ever had a pet grieve the loss of another pet? I would really love to hear about your experience with pet loss and pet grief. I think it's something we don't talk about very much, so please feel free to share in the comments.